Chloe, can you see me? Is there light? Is there video?
I can see you. You look great. It's awesome.
Hi, everyone. I'm Melissa. Welcome back to Out There. Chloe, congratulations. You have an incredible song coming out that I have to talk about.
If you saw me on the street, sipping coffee, looking lonely, would you notice me?
Growing up and your history in the music industry has really inspired who you are today. Let's talk a bit about what made you want to become a musician.
I have always turned to music as kind of my therapy, my calming, even as like a very tiny toddler, like singing myself to sleep. But I grew up in a very musical family. Dad is in bands, singer-songwriter himself, and just a massive music lover. And so I was definitely immersed in all different types of music. And my grandfather was actually also a singer as well.
Enough to wanna get to know me.
As a kid, music and songwriting helped you work your way through hardships.
Definitely, yeah. I've been writing since I was 6, but when I was 11, got really sick as a kid, and that was really isolating. And so for me, I really turned to music. I would spend hours just even on YouTube, like trying to find music that I related to, and then I would teach myself guitar off of YouTube, and then eventually it just became how I coped with everything, really.
Would you know what I'm like to mess it up? By now you've loved and lost enough.
Is there something that comes to mind now when you look back that, wow, this was a great inspiration for me, or this was something very vivid for me at that time?
Honestly, I would say just as far as like artist inspos at that specific time in my life, like at 11 years old, I mean, Chloé Caroline, I was a huge fan of her music. Of course, Taylor Swift. And even like, honestly, because I was still young, like 5th, 6th grade, like Hannah Montana.
There you go. Yes. Hello.
Obsessed. I literally was so obsessed, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be a rock star.
Now let's talk about today. What are some of the inspirations as a songwriter that help you tell your stories presently?
Definitely, of course, my own life, my experiences, things that I go through, my relationships, how I just process the various challenges and beautiful moments that happen in life, but also looking at my friends' lives, looking at, just meeting strangers and talking to them and getting their stories. I also love just being out in nature. I get so much inspiration just literally taking a walk. For me, like how my brain works, I'm super ADD too. Like one thing can just like trigger an entire onslaught of thoughts.
Maybe we wouldn't be over if we met when we were older.
We have to talk about what the buzz is right now. It's your new single, When We Were Older. Now, this is a breakup song. And what could have been, should have been.
Yeah.
Let's talk a bit about the meaning behind the song.
I wrote this song, man, this would have been back in 2020, actually, is when I wrote it. And at that point, I was like pretty fresh out of a 5-year relationship. And that was very up and down. We met really young at that time. There's a lot of firsts that are going on. First time I ever lived with somebody, first time it was ever that serious, and really getting involved with their family and my family, and it's like the next level sort of adult relationship, sort of, but you're not quite adults yet, and you don't quite know exactly who you are entirely yet, what you want, what your boundaries are. Once I finally stepped away from it, I kind of had this perspective of like, okay, I see what my rules were, and I've learned so much, and now I know what I want, and where's he at? Is he doing the work too? And it was just that question that I had in my mind.
Right.
Has he changed? I wonder if he has, like, what would it have been like if we had met like now instead?
So I have to ask as well, there's like a documentary that's going to be coming out as well, a bit about your career and your life. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so an awesome company called Coexist had reached out to me. They decided they were doing a really cool, like, kind of short film documentary sort of thing, interviewing just people that they were inspired by, and I was really humbled and grateful to get to work with them. And I happened to go to Nashville at the time, and they happened to be in town, and we just filmed, a bunch of my story.
Maybe we wouldn't be over if we met when we were older.
This is a thumbs up for us out there, fans. When We Were Older. Chloé, thank you so much. Congratulations and much continued success. Follow me on social media at Melissa DiMarco for more exclusive content. I'll see you guys out there.